Lossless is in a complicated correction that has been going on for about a month. But the good news is this correction is about to be complete, and the next move is going to be massive. And that's what we'll see today. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is King, your host, and today's video is for pure educational purposes. Now, I've been trying my best to answer all of your requests that you leave in the comments below. But unfortunately, for different reasons, I can't always make a dedicated video for each one of those requests. So I decided I'll be analyzing all of them on social media. So if you have a request or you want to ask about a specific coin, make sure to leave it in the comments below and follow me on either Twitter or Instagram and I'll analyze it for you. Now, if it's your first time on the channel, please make sure to subscribe and smash the like button, and also share it if you think this video is worth sharing. Now let's go and look at the chart. Before we start, I'll leave the links for you in the description box below if you would like to see the previous lossless analysis and how we successfully managed to predict these moves of lossless that resulted in about 1800% growth in price. But now let's get down to today's video. After the initial massive growth that lossless achieved from about 15 cents all the way to $2.9, it has entered a deep correction at this point here. And this correction was supposed to be finished right at this point, and the trend was supposed to continue up. However, after forming this pullback over here, it has entered a more complicated correction, which we will explain now. Now, the most important thing about this correction is that we have managed to form a very strong support area that looks like this. This support area have proven to be very strong because it was retested multiple times, and at each one of those times it managed to hold the price and it did not go below this level. Now, the other important thing is that this complicated correction is mainly a three-wave correction, but each one of these three waves include three smaller waves in the middle. So the correction has started right at this point after reaching the all-time high. The first corrective piece has ended right at this point. The second corrective piece has ended here, and currently we're in the third and the last corrective piece. Now, if we look closer, we'll see that each one of these waves includes a smaller three waves inside of them. So the initial corrective wave includes a 1, 2, 3, and the second one includes a 1, 2, 3, and the third one is not yet complete, but this is what we'll talk about next. However, once complete, the bigger structure is going to be an ABC that looks like this. And as soon as this structure is complete, we'll be resuming our uptrend. But now we'll move to analyzing the third and the last piece of this correction to see what are the chances and the possibilities that might be coming next. So what we're facing here is one of two scenarios. The initial one suggests that the last piece of the bigger correction, or the third piece, has already been complete, where the initial impulse of it was down, and then the second one was this one, and then we got the third one, which means that we might be on our way up from this point onwards. But my problem with this scenario is that if it was the correct one, the last and the third piece of the correction is going to be way smaller than the previous two pieces, which can happen but is not a very common case. So that's why we have another scenario here. And this other scenario suggests that we might get a further pullback even below the support level before continuing our uptrend. Now, if you're asking how far are we going to go below this level, I will tell you that most likely we'll tend to go towards the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. And as you can see, once we plot the Fibonacci retracement levels, this will be somewhere around the $1.15. So if this happens, the bigger correction structure is gonna be like this. This is the initial wave, this is the second wave, and the third wave would go towards this level before breaking out and continuing up. Now, I can't say here that I'm more lenient towards one scenario more than the other. I would give 50% chances to each one of those. So the next days is most likely going to decide which one of them is going to happen. But as usually, we'll always set confirmation price points that will decide which one of these scenarios is going to happen. So if we end up going with the second scenario, the price has to break below this level, which was the lowest point that the correction has formed, and this was around $1.20. So if the price breaks below this level, we're going with the second scenario. But as for the first scenario, we will have to come and break above this trend line, the correction trend line. So if the price ends up going above this trend line and closing above it, this will be the initial confirmation that we're going with the first scenario. The second confirmation would be if the price closes above this level, which stands around $1.90, because that's the only case where we can 100% confirm the new uptrend, because the price then would have formed a new higher high. So we were in a downtrend. This was the last high that was formed. Here we have formed already a higher low, higher than the previous one. So if the price ends up going and closing above this level, we'd have formed the first higher high. So we have a low, a high, a higher low, and then a higher high, which technically confirms the new uptrend. So I'll clear the chart now for you to see it much better. And there you have it. So if we're going with the second scenario, the price has probably to get here and then come down, break this level towards the 618 Fibonacci level, and then starts trending up from here. So you need to look for the $1.2 price level. But if we're going to go with the first scenario, we'll have to look for the breakout of this trend line here, which could probably happen in the next few hours or so. But we'll have to look for a breakout of this point, and if we break out this point and continue further up, we'll have to look for another breakout of this level in order to confirm a new uptrend. But anyways, neither one of these two scenarios is going to take a lot of time in my opinion, so they will both probably be happening in the coming 5 to 6 days, and I don't think they would take more than this time. Now if we zoom out further to the daily chart, we can see that these are the next price targets that we might be looking at based on the Fibonacci extension levels. So me personally, I do believe that it is a very high possibility that Lossless could hit the 4.618 Fibonacci extension, which stands around $13.5, and that's about 10 times or 1,000% from where we stand today based on the current price point. Because this project has a very solid fundamentals and a great use case, and it is one of the few projects that I believe have a very good future going forward, not only in this cycle but in the coming years as well, especially that they also have a very small circulating supply. As per the coin market cap, Lossless has a circulating supply of 22 million coins, and that's technically a very small supply. And with the price being at $1.49 only right now, we have a very big window for growth from this point onwards. And if we add to that the solid fundamentals and the developments that the team keeps on doing every day, so I think they have a very good chance. But anyways, going back to the chart, the other targets, if we don't reach this level, are going to be the 3.618 level, which stands at around $10.87, and the 1.618 Fibonacci level stands at $5.5. Now I doubt that the price could stop here at this level, so it's either going to be the 3.618 or the 4.618, and maybe even further, you never know. But in my opinion, these are the most two likely targets that we should see Lossless going to next. Now, if you have a request for any coin to look at or any project you're interested to know my opinion about, make sure to leave it in the comments section below, and follow me on either Twitter and Instagram, and I will make sure to address each one of your requests through Twitter or Instagram. Also tell me what's your opinion about Lossless. Do you think that we could achieve these targets, or do you think it's gonna go beyond these levels? Let me know in the comments section below. If you're not subscribed yet, please make sure to subscribe and smash the like button, and also share the video if you like it and if you think it's worth sharing. This was it for today, guys, and until next video, stay safe and see you later.